by way of imagination, let us enter on high into the realm of the divine, and let us journey inward and upward. From this perspective, there is no color whatsoever, but a pure luminous light that brightens all the more as we approach it. Gradually we arrive in the vicinity of this pure consciousness. From here it takes on the form of a transparent sphere. It is the epiphany of love itself, the absolute archetype of beauty. You approach its border up close and see your reflection in it. From this angle you appear as a majestic God, pure radiant light. Now on this occasion, in ignorance, you shift your awareness away from the center of the sphere and are taken back by the beauty of your own reflection. Your desire becomes misdirected away from the interior of the sphere, which is composed of pure spirit, pure love. At its center resides that which is ineffable, and yet we experience it as the generator of pure spirit itself. Like a man made drunk by much wine, or one who has fallen into a deep sleep, your consciousness drifts away from true reality, away from that which resides at the center. In your intoxication of being so close to spirit, you become fixated on the surface of her sphere, which now reveals itself to you as a mirror. Upon this mirror you see yourself as pure light. As you contemplate upon this lesser light, it seems to expand all around the surface of the supernal sphere. Now you see the results of your contemplation upon your own image in the sphere, putting into motion a part of yourself that spreads out into all directions as the sun shines forth its rays, filling the exterior void with the splendor of life and being. Through time and space, your emanations bring forth sentient beings of all kinds, who like yourself long to look back upon you, as you once originally looked back upon the source of all being. They too will divide themselves, and will seek to establish their own kingdom. For these lesser ones, all is vanity and vexation of spirit. You look upon them as a father who looks upon his grandchildren at play, but leave your primary offspring to assist them. You realize that you have brought about this lower reality through the will of necessity, and yet consider it a good. Your own desire is forever drawing you back to the source, so you keep your inner eye fixated on the center of the sphere, from where everything that is, and all that was, is now, and forever shall be, is a world without end. Now it just so happens that the longer you look back upon the things of this world, of this lower world, the further you descend and lose your citizenship as a god. Depending on how far you have receded into creation, there remains a number of kindred souls who retain their gnosis of being one with you as a god. Among these individuated souls, there resides some division due to their contamination with dark matter, and so you help them to recollect by communing with them, that is, to enter into the dialectic with them in view to awakening to your former state of mind. On our present plane of existence, wisdom takes the form of virtue. Virtue is one in many. On the civic level, we call them temperance, prudence, fortitude, and justice. As they stir within our souls our true self, then we naturally gravitate towards higher forms of virtue, such as the dialectic, which in turn help to cleanse oneself from ignorance. True dialectic can only be experienced when two or more souls are willing to be open and honest with each other, and earnestly wish to seek a greater good, the good itself. Virtue exists on the level of soul, but ceases to exist as we ascend and eventually enter into complete cohesion with spirit, the upper sphere, which you forever long for through desire, the very same sphere that allowed you to have life to begin with. And yet virtue exists here because it is a reflection of what exists there. For that which resides at the center of that supernal sphere is what we come to know as the essence of wisdom, namely, the One. In other words, we initially experience the One here as virtue, but when we are there in pure spirit, we know it as one.